Welcome back. Breaking news, of course, this morning, Fidel Castro dead at the age of 90. But it was the United States government at times attempted to hasten that death a little bit. From exploding seashells to poisoned milkshakes, Fidel Castro survived more than 600 CIA assassination attempts before passing away, as I said, at the age of 90.
And Garrett Tenney joins us from Washington, D.C. with a look at some of those plots that could have come straight out of a James Bond film. Of course, no longer allowed. But Garrett, take it away. What did they used to do?
Absolutely. You know, in interviews, Fidel Castro used to say, if surviving assassination attempts were an Olympic sport, I would win the gold medal. Now, there were no shortage of attempts over his 50 years in rule. According to the Cuban officials, they say reportedly more than 600 attempts over his 50 years in power. Now, many of the failed plots were concocted by the CIA, including the time Castro's mistress was recruited to become an assassin. During a visit to the U.S. in the early 1960s, Marita Merlin says the CIA gave her poison pills to slip into Castro's drink when she returned to Cuba. By the time she got back, though, they had dissolved, and Castro had apparently learned of the plot. When they met in a hotel room, he handed her a gun and asked her, "Are you here to kill me?" Shocked, she says she realized she still loved him and instead fell into his arms. Other plots sound, like you said, straight out of a James Bond movie. Cigars, seashells, and even milkshakes. Castro was known for his love of cigars, and at one point the CIA attempted to capitalize on that by giving him or arranging for him to receive a box of cigars as a gift, including one that was filled with explosives. Now, also, when the CIA learned that one of Castro's favorite hobbies was scuba diving, they created a giant conch shell filled with explosives and then placed it in the ocean around one of his favorite diving spots. The closest the CIA got, though, to assassinating Castro was in 1963 when it worked with the mafia to target Castro's sweet tooth. The Hilton Hotel in Havana served Castro's favorite milkshakes, and the CIA provided a poison pill for a waiter to slip into the drink. The plot failed, though, when the poison pill froze in the freezer and broke apart when they tried pulling it out. In the end, though, there was no firework finale for Castro. It was just old age and bad health that took his life, as you mentioned.
Garrett, some fascinating details, but you sort of have to wonder, in all seriousness, about the track record of the CIA.
I know, we're looking at
how many failures?
Not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, these guys do difficult work, and it was an earlier era.